Steinbeck said, "You don't take the trip takes you." Gunning a motorcycle down the highway, trying to outrun the monsoon clouds. There couldn't be a better analogy on the dichotomous nature of free will. Yes, the decision to ride a motorcycle out of town was yours. But the experience that awaits you is often beyond your control. Whether it's glorious sunshine or pouring rain, all you can do is saddle up and enjoy the ride.
A writer, a photographer, on the road exploring a fascinating world in a state of perpetual motion, constantly departing while always arriving, seeking a window into an ever-changing universe. This is WION Traveler.
Riding a motorcycle in India has some unexpected advantages. You don't have to pay toll on the highways for one, and that makes the going that much quicker. And I do need to keep a brisk pace. Hoshiarpur, where we are headed, might be in Punjab but lies at the foothills of the Himalayas in Himachal Pradesh, over 400 kilometers from Delhi.
So much better to stop at really small dhabas. I'm not a huge fan of these fancy dhabas. If you come into a dhaba, then it should look like a dhaba.
No sign of Meraj yet. He's set off and we're separated as of now, so I'm keeping a lookout for him. See if I can spot him, but that actually looks like his bike right there at this tiny little dhaba. Shri Sai Dhaba. Sometimes the best food are in the smallest of places. Namaskar, namaskar. Acha, ye Shri Sai Dhaba hai. Thank you. I think I'll have a paratha. Paratha milega?
Pretty darn good, yeah. Nothing like getting on a motorcycle, Johan. And getting out. What happened? You're not feeling well, huh? You'd much rather sit in a car and come, huh?
Yeah, AC, you know. And I heard that there's a slight chance of thunderstorms, so I figured it was a wise decision to come in a car. We'll see. Maybe you're lucky. Maybe there's no bad weather.
Well,
But it looks like a nice bike, though.
it's a gorgeous motorcycle, bro. Like these bikes were meant to go from one end of the country to the other, right?
Yeah, right?
You ordered some breakfast.
Yeah.
What did you order?
Paratha.
Paratha.
Haryana paratha.
I give up, man. I give up. There was a time that I would be so careful about what I ate on the road because I didn't want to look fat on television, but now I've given up, man. In India, it's a sign of prosperity. And now I'm not going to rely on my looks. I'm going to rely on my sense of humor.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right.
Riding a motorcycle long distance isn't for the faint-hearted. But the risk is well worth it, at least for me. You can always be prudent and ride in a car instead, and that does have its rewards. But I wouldn't trade places.
Bad day to be on a motorcycle. Alright, so we've just crossed over the border into Punjab, and this is a checking station that's been set up to check everybody is complying with the e-pass and the app. So they've drawn up circles for the social distancing in the queue as well. So I'm gonna go and check it out. What's the procedure like, and see if we can get in. Hello, sir. We made registration online with the e-pass, and we have the app also. We put this at the pass, on the pass. All right, that's it. Quick and easy if you're registered before reaching, then you don't have to sit here and wait and fill in all the details. We already did it. We just went up to the counter. They scanned the QR code. They gave us this. We put this where the pass is. That's it. Quick and easy. All right, perfect. Let's go. Oh.
You know you're heading in the right direction when the roads keep getting narrower. The joys of motorcycling on country roads, I tell you. I've been having so much fun that I've lost track of my destination.
चौनी गाँव का होगा चौनी
क्या चीज़
चौनी गाँव चौनी
छौनी
चौनी
आप ना अगर इस रोड से जाओगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा
यहीं से मैप यहाँ दिखा रहा था टोन रेड हो गया
मैप मैं बताता हूँ फिर अगर आप मैप की बात कर रहे हो तो यहाँ से सीधे जाओ टी पॉइंट से राइट हो जाओ
So this has been an exercise in trying to find a place without Google Maps and realize just how absolutely useless I've become in that endeavor. I entered these little villages, I'm on these narrow lanes, fields on both sides, like truly rural Punjab, which I have never seen before. What are the odds of something like this happening if I'd just followed Google Maps and gone straight to my destination? I think a lot of times we just get too caught up with getting to the destination. I'd kind of forgotten what it was like to just ride aimlessly lost, It's been fantastic. In his book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, Robert Pirsig, he talks a lot about taking country roads, getting a little lost, and how it really catalyzed his spirit of adventure and exploration. I totally get it today. It's been a marvelous ride. But apparently, the place I'm supposed to go is right around the corner. Shabash Ghoda. Made it, finally. I'm almost sorry to have arrived. That last ride was so much fun. Getting lost was so much fun. Obviously, Castel has arrived and he's probably gloating that he got here before me, even though I had, serious lead on him.
You would be reaching before I did. Where were you, man? How was the ride?
The ride was phenomenal, man.
Oh, shit, you want to see a room or?
You've obviously checked in,
Yeah,
huh?
your room is this one right here.
Which one?
This one. All right, this is your room.
Thank you.
And the AC is on.
Oh, air conditioning. Air conditioning. Whoever invented air conditioning deserves a Nobel Prize, if you ask me.
It's nice, huh? Yeah, you just
It's gorgeous.
you just recuperate from the ride and freshen up.
Ah, yes, you can leave me to my own devices. Thank you very much, Johan.
I'll see you.
Bye. Oh, well. Oh, and now for a shower and a repast. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Largely agrarian, the fields in Hoshiarpur lead all the way up to the foothills of the lower Shivalik mountains in the distance. Peppered with patches of orchards, check dams and forested areas. Citrus County Firdaus, our pad for this trip, is a recent addition to this landscape, driven by what was, at least before the pandemic, a demand by well-heeled travelers who wanted to experience Punjab's rural life. By that yardstick, the cottages at this farm are possibly the plushest huts you're likely to find in the rural areas of Punjab. Harkirat Ahluwalia is cast perfectly as the mustachioed Punjabi host at Citrus County Firdaus. A sunny disposition and a ready smile, he's your glass half full kind of guy. The kind of bloke you know even at first glance loves food, motorcycles and his evening tipple. Harkirat's been busy setting up a barbecue in the garden for our dinner. After the long ride here, I thought I'd hit the sack when I got in, but he'll have none of that. Don't be silly, Surdy, he says. There's plenty of food and I've organized some live music for you.
I was considering taking an early morning walk, but Harkirat suggested we take a bike ride instead. We're right next door to the Takni Rampur Wildlife Sanctuary, a tiny reserve that's rich in wildlife.
Hello, Harkirat. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
How are you?
How are you? Did you
Yeah.
sleep well?
Yeah, definitely. You ready for a bicycle ride?
Yes, of course. Looking forward to it. I've been waiting to go.
Yeah. Got quite a wide expanse of forest around this property.
Yes,
huh?
yes. Let's go.
So where are we going on this bicycle ride?
So we're going to a dam. It's a man-made dam.
Okay.
So it's basically a check dam where a lot of farmers are getting water from these dams. I think we are going to get rain on the way. It's coming. So I've asked for the jeep to come behind us. We'll take the cycles on the jeep.
So how far away is the closest town to your farm?
It's about 10 kilometers.
Okay.
That's the main city of Hoshiarpur.
I think in India and Sweden there's different standards of what is a city and what is a village.
Well, because of the population, you know.
Like where I'm from, I would call a town of 75,000 people. That's for me, that's a city. I'm Ramji. I love saying that, Ramji, because when I say that, that guy, his face completely changed. He didn't expect me to say that.
Because here they normally say Sasrikal.
Sasrikal, is that the Sikh way to say Ram Ram?
So now you say Sasrikal.
Sasrikal, okay, I'll try that the next time the opportunity comes. Sasrikal.
So now from here the forest reserve starts.
Talking about pouring water to dash your hopes. Looks like the monsoons have arrived in full spate.
Oh, we've got some rain coming in.
You know, I think I can relate to what Meraj must have felt like on that motorcycle.
You know, on the
yesterday.
bike it hits you very hard.
Yeah, oh yeah. Nothing like raining in the
We're
rainforest.
getting it.
We pull into an old forest guest house to take shelter. There's no question of riding to Nahar Dam now, or riding at all for that matter. We load the bikes on Harkirat's car and head back. Today's breakfast is well deserved.
I wonder how many people pick up farming anymore. It's not like I don't have a farmer in my friend circle, for example.
A lot of people have left their corporate jobs and they've come back to do farming. You know, it's a very healthy lifestyle. You're not staying in cities, now you're here. It's no concrete, nothing.
What is the primary crop that you grow?
I'm basically a fourth generation citrus grower.
Oh, so you have fruit orchards?
Yes, so we're growing different varieties of citrus. And also we're doing poplar plantations, agroforestry. If you see these are all poplars.
I would like to go around having a look at your orchard.
Yes,
farm.
we'll do that. We'll go on
We'll
our
walk
new
or
tractor.
what?
We'll go on our new air-conditioned tractor.
There's an air-conditioned tractor?
Yes.
I've never heard of that. Have you, Ram?
Yeah, then we get onto the smaller one and go into the orchards to see.
Sounds very good.
Harkirat's family has worked on this land for the last 4 generations. Now, citrus fruits are his primary crop, hence the name. During the lockdown, most of the people employed by him to till his land left for home. So, Harkirat got himself a couple of tractors. An air-conditioned one if you please, and a mini-me version of that behemoth. Throwing these babies around is pastime and work all rolled into one. The farm life, folks. So much drudgery.
What a life!
When you do farming, it has to be in a very scientific way today. You know, those times have changed when you just did normal farming. It costs time and money.
No, but how, I wanted to ask you this, so how sort of dependent are you still on, say, the monsoon? Or
Very much
Or
dependent.
how susceptible are you to ruin by unseasonal rains?
Didn't you see the glow on my face when the rain was coming?
I did see the glow. on
That
your
was
face.
because we wanted rain. And
see.
we welcome rain, but sometimes it can really, like if it rains in January, the crop is ready. So if it rains for 5 days, the fruit starts dropping.
Oh, I see. Oh, so there's only that much you can do.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly.
I see.
So we'll turn back from here,
Sure.
or we could just hop on to the smaller one to see the orchard, because this can't go on the orchard.
The smaller one on the orchard. I think Johan wanted to come with you to the orchard because
So we'll just
he's
do
done,
this.
he's done some
So
fruit
we-
picking himself.
Yeah, so we'll do it on the little one.
All right. Let me call him. I think he's coming on the smaller one. He's standing behind the smaller one. There he is. All right, Harkirat, thank you for that exceptional and unique ride
It was a pleasure.
in an air-conditioned tractor, folks. I'm thinking of getting myself one. You know, the thing in Delhi is how people behave with you on the roads is entirely it depends entirely on the real estate your ride occupies. And by that yardstick, this tractor on the roads means nobody's going to mess with me.
You can bully all the Mercedes cars with this.
Oh, I bully all the Mercedes cars with my ambassador. Nobody wants to come close to me. Well, Johan, do you want to go for a tractor ride in the orchard? Johan used to be a fruit picker.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
very good
lovely.
at. Were you fired from a job, Johan?
No, I was promoted.
He was very good at picking fruit, especially the low-hanging kind.
Lovely. Fine. You know, as a kid, I was also
The same?
asked to do fruit plucking.
I could
but
tell.
now I have been promoted.
Alrighty, so you guys carry on.
So
Actually,
we'll
that
go
one
on
seems
this.
more fun than this one. Yeah.
This is open. So we'll go in that.
Wow, this thing is fun, huh?
Yes, it's nice. I hope you enjoyed it.
I had a fabulous time. So thank you.
Thank you.
All
So
right.
we'll hop on to this now.
Rolls-Royce version, all right.
Well, carry on. I'm going to walk around in that case.
A fruit orchard brings back so many memories. Back in 2015, I was in Australia picking apricots for a living. This looks like a pretty modern setup compared to that. This one might not be air-conditioned, but it's a proper go-kart. Seating is a bit limited, so I've got to stand at the back. Don't try this at home, kids.
Oh, well, you know what I'm curious about is why you have the poplar trees in the middle of the citrus trees.
See, basically for economic reasons.
Yeah?
Yes. See, what is happening is I am replacing my citrus orchard every 11, 12 years now.
Okay.
So it's my own methodology to work at a farm, because I feel the maximum good fruit it can give is till about 9, 10 years. After
Okay.
that, you should have a replacement policy. So we take one crop, which fetches you very good money, right? And then second crop, plant it in such a way that slowly, you know, you see what you have to see is sometimes the rates of poplars are high, sometimes the citrus rate is high.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to.
Well, you have to plan 7 years ahead if
Yes,
you're doing poplar. right?
Exactly. And I feel little bit, yes, it affects the yield, but
Like that the shade of that happens to help the citrus fruit.
Yes. But I grow poplars. They also act as wind barriers.
Yeah.
You know.
You get a lot of wind there otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah. So from your citrus fruit, how many different varieties of citrus do you have?
So I have other varieties of citrus. I've got tangerines, daisy tangerines. I've got mercurts. I've got
Okay.
grapefruits. In that we don't have poplars. They're different varieties
Yeah,
because
that's
they're very
better.
high yield
Yeah.
varieties.
Have you planted so that you have different harvesting season for different varieties throughout the year?
Yes. So the fun starts beginning by
fun.
November.
Do you pick still yourself?
Yes. So we do our startup plucking end of October.
Yeah.
And it carries on till almost February end with different varieties. So we are very
Yeah,
happy
it's good to
with
set
that.
it up that way so
Yes,
that you
yes.
still get work throughout the year.
Yes, and our plucking is all manual, and we have to organize labor for that. Otherwise, everything else is mechanized.
Okay.
The spraying is mechanized, the tilling is mechanized,
Right,
the irrigation is mechanized,
Right.
everything is mechanized.
Shall we go?
Sure.
Shall we go for a little rip again and see
Yes,
if there's
let's go.
any more out there?
It's been such a nostalgic afternoon. Manual labor is hard work, but there's something about it that's deeply satisfying. You get a free workout, and the quality of sleep after you've spent a day picking fruits in an orchard? Absolutely divine.
In the evening, the skies cleared and we decided to chance a visit to Nahar Dam. This time on a tractor. Now, driving a tractor is no child's play, but sitting in a trolley yoked to it is not that hard. It's a pretty bumpy ride, but for novelty, this took the cake. There were no other guests at Citrus County when we were there, and we had the trolley pretty much all to ourselves. We did make quite a sight, rolled through a couple of small hamlets with bemused villagers looking on. Finally, we got to this check dam that, as it turned out, was entirely worth the effort of getting there. Surrounded by the forest for as far as the eye can see, this little known check dam is a serene spot that only locals know about and visit. Given what happens to most tourist spots, that's not such a bad thing. Johan and the crew have left, and I am waiting for a break in the rain to make a run for it. It's going to be a long ride back, especially on wet roads. Given the choice, would I have rather come in a car? Fatalists would say that I never really had a choice, but I don't really subscribe to that. I'd like to think that I did have a choice, and I made it. We choose to act as we must. As I get on the bike and step on the gas, a voice in my head admonishes me. Saddle up, cowboy, and stop sniffling. Coming up next week, a throwback to our trip to Meghalaya in March this year. A ballooning festival in a place where clouds gather like angel hair in the skies and incredible limestone grottos lead to subterranean wonders of the world. At this spectacular cornucopia in Meghalaya, 3 days can get pretty action-packed.